The biggest issue that the Knicks have going forward to get to the next level is the fact that they waited and waited and waited to go all in on a couple of guys, and the biggest one being Karl Anthony Towns. And they went and they traded for him, and he's making $50 million a year, and at the core, he's a loser. That is their biggest problem. The guy is a loser. He's a losing player. He complains. He is soft. He shows you flashes where he's the best player on the court. Not enough. He doesn't play enough defense. He bitches and moans. He is, up until this point in his career, a loser who is making $50 million, who is going to be a logjam as far as them trying to get to the next level.
His shot selection on Saturday night was insane.
I mean, he is getting to the point now as one of the most frustrating players I have ever watched in the uniform of a team that I root for, because I know how good he can be. And it's just so damn annoying watching him not realize his full potential. And I don't know if it'll ever happen. I really don't know. I mean, maybe because there's more eyes on him here as a New York Knick than there ever was in his career, that some of this stuff is going to get to him a little bit more, and he's going to want to put that work in the offseason and fix some of these horrible things that he does on the court and his sloppy bullcrap basketball, and turns into the dominant player that he needs to be. But that is their biggest issue, is the fact that they thought this Towns thing was going to work better than it did, and it hasn't.
Well, I mean, it hit the conference championship. I can't discount.
But you know what I mean. I understand. We can't just keep going back to that. You know what I mean. We're talking about going forward now. Yes.
I woke up this morning to this whole fiasco between you and Carl Banks. I mean, you get paid to give an opinion, and you gave a strong opinion on what you think, and you've done that. In many cases, not just basketball. It's been your own team, the Minnesota Vikings, that you root for. It's been the Mets that you root for. And you have every right to give your opinion and give it the way that you want to give it. I support you 100% with your ability to do that. And, Carl can say he knows the Towns family. That's fine. That's not what you're talking about. You're not talking about him as a person. You're talking about him as the centerpiece of the New York Knicks basketball team, and whether or not they can get over the hump and get to the next level. And you were very strong in your take yesterday. I'd never fight you when you go those ways, just simply because I know how passionate you are about the sport, how passionate you are about your New York Knicks, especially when they got so close and their two best players basically didn't show up and didn't play well in Game 6.
Yeah, I mean, I know that things get twisted out there, and it happens to us too, where we'll see something and maybe somebody meant something else and we don't have the full context of it. But I was really surprised that so many people digested this in the way that they did yesterday, where they thought that I was calling him a loser as a person. And if you listen to exactly what I said, I'm talking strictly basketball. I say losing player. Yes, I say loser. I don't say anything about his family, anything about the man that he is, anything about his personal life at all. Just talking about in these situations, if you want to win a championship, I don't think that he has it, which is something that I have said for weeks now about him. He's just missing something. So it was that word that got people fired up, assuming that I was talking about him as an individual, which is not the case.
I mean, Carl Banks jumped to that conclusion.
Right, which is funny, because I wasn't making it personal about Karl Anthony Towns. He assumed I did, but then he made it personal about me, which, the same way that Carl Banks feels about us, meaning talk show hosts who didn't play, not you, but guys like me and BT and Sal and Evan, like how you guys can't evaluate sports because you didn't play, is the way I feel about Carl Banks when he starts chiming in on stuff like this. Leave this stuff up to us. Just like the way you don't respect our opinions on sports, I don't respect your opinions on media, because he's not very good at it. He doesn't understand. His comprehension was terrible yesterday. And he spent years on this radio station putting people to sleep. So, I'm not, his opinion on this was so far off. One, he was reacting to something I didn't say. And then two, he turned it into a completely different conversation. So whatever, he likes to get himself in the mix. People were going crazy about it. And another thing that is just, it's funny to me that it's like a chess checkers situation here. It's like people would be going crazy. Oh, WFAN, you guys are unbelievable. You say all this crap. You guys stink, this and that. Just as you said, this is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to give opinions that you react to. Here's when we stink, when no one's talking about us, when no one's paying attention to us, when the things that come out of my mouth don't end up in the newspaper. That's when WFAN stinks. So everybody who thinks that this was a WFAN's gone down the drain moment, no. This is WFAN is still here. You still care. You still pay attention, and you pay attention more than you want to. So go screw.
And you paid more attention now than ever before.
Exactly.
That's the other thing, too.